They hit hard.
Pistol round.
YZ.
Coming in, folks. Eyes on YZ like he pushed up. It's Zekin getting in their face already.
Strike down A.
Trying to get up over towards that belts direct.
Everyone from B rotating off. Do they expect this long?
They're going to crunch him.
Well, they certainly do now. He has to convert. Neff finding the advantage for Bilibili as the rest of the team pivot back towards this B side, and it looks like he wants to go for more. What a shot!
Out of nowhere comes Neff. Heads are rolling. The IGL from Bilibili making an early statement.
30 seconds left.
Nice little pivot back here from our Chinese #2 roster. See the vulnerability of Zelsus in mid and pounce on him.
That is a cheeky plant too for mid under tube. You don't see that often, and Narrate was already even tagged up by that additional damage.
We'll have a chance to fight for this.
Looks like YZ wants to go hunting, playing up top, unexpected position.
Takes a bit of damage, drops on down, but the rest of Sentinels are considering throwing themselves at the situation. Knight from Yellow spray through that Viper wall. His double controller can be very oppressive to play against, and YZ finds a time to get back in. Knight cleans off Narrate, trying to control from Crow's Nest. And Zekin and John. Yeah, not long for this one. Great little shock dart that catches the KO out, and Zekin has not got much to do. So Sam do fork over. Rifles in hands now. Still a Marshal for Neff, Guardian for Rusia. Levi's with the Bulldog. YZ takes a big hit early. My goodness, the audacity to stand and fight that. Ends up being a trade.
John, stacked up. They want to anchor. These are entrenched positions.
Bangno's got a good little line around it one-way. Rusia, how?
The jump peak! The amount of rifles they recovered. Look at their economy already. 4 players at 5K or so.
There's going to be a lot of work for Sen to try and keep a lid on this and to get us narrated. Embroiled in an early engagement. YZ doubles down.
7-1. It is dangerous. Their harbor is down, so they don't have that additional high tide to actually obscure the view from these angles. And Second takes full advantage of that. Just not enough power to keep that Viper wall up, so K9 can actually get away.
Challenging the dig BLG out of these entrenched positions around the B side. Zelsus, though, does get a spot. That 0 point was pretty helpful. Does he drop down and take a fight? He's looking for a gun barrel. Sees it on the right, but Neff's too quick with the left side swing. John will flash himself out here. Zekin has to take that yellow fight, and John succeeds. It's all on YZ now. A great start to the round, but he can't quite land the plane. That is a hard-fought round. 6-star to keep the pressure on. Here's an Aldrone narrating a pretty aggressive position, and bang, is there to follow up.
I mean, that is
a very flash-heavy composition. First, it's a bit of information. Thrash is going to go ahead, see what he can spot out. Rushia's on top of 410, and he'll be brought down by Bang. He's been very snappy in these rounds. Night falls by the wayside. Now it's Neff and Levies who have to play from a long distance. Neff IGL all on his own, and that is stunning. It's up to Zelsus and John to bring him down, but John's on the defuse, still gets the job done. Ironclad nerds to keep the stick. Neff exits with 4, but not the round win.
Morgan just gets an isolated 1v1. And from there, it's all too easy for the rest of the Sen.
Harbor wall to follow up on the Viper one. The BLG under the cover of all of this site, obscuring Util will have their plant.
He's just walking through. He's just walking through the walls.
But he can. He's not walking into a high-low setup like he was the previous round. It was that singular player of Zelsus. And he wasn't even in an aggressive spot. Viper's bit to follow up here. Zekin found YZ though again.
Not slow down. He's just going to keep fighting.
Maybe that's exactly what Sen are hoping for. They've evened up the odds now. Okay. Here's the null command. Rusia has to respect the fragment, stepping to the side of it now, still occupying this pit, but takes a big hit down to 30. It's dangerous, but Rusia thrives in these circumstances, and the spray is good. 2 for the Harbor. Levy is now playing from Crow's Nest. Sees John on the low ground, but all these ultimates, it's just too much to handle. Look at his lips. Looking to put this blade sword to work. Reckoning also going to be deployed now. It's a lot for Sen to manage with these weaker weapons, and YZ floated like a butterfly. Gets hit pretty hard though there, dropped low. Zelsus did fall by the wayside. And here's K9 in to the cookie jar. And we'll have his meal. It's all on Zekin now. We'll step up and let this one be done without much events. Pivoting away from a bomb site once they gain enough info. Now we're headed over towards the B direction. And as always, Neff trying to play through me, but this time John is ready. Playing from Boiler.
Oh, and Zekin just unaware of what's going on, and Zelsus tries to swing in for him up the pace and get really deep towards that site.
Wow, up on top of 2, but he's made a bunch of noise, and Bang is ready for him. Never change, YZ.
Found them.
2 players over here towards yellow. That's what BLG are working with in this post plan. John is readying a pop off this flash. Rusia moves in. Oh my goodness, again! That is ungodly from Rusia! In the deployed. Cove placed out a little further into the open. K9 able to get a plant despite being a bit more exposed. And there's Roshi yet again. Sharpest attack. Narrate tries to show.
Just another reckoning already. Absurd.
And they're making great use of this now. Sen really having their Jimmy's rustled. Only with these sheriffs to go to work with. Another clean execute. BLG.
Many ultimates to play with. Bang yet to get super involved on this map. And it's
What is this?
split right now. The rare A split.
Okay, we've got some pressure coming from A-Main at the same time as well. Narrate has fallen on the side. John getting a little bit nervous, but he's going to spray him anyway. Oh, it's a three-piece for the Moroccan mastermind. And he knows there are players on the side for Bilibili. Bites his time. Gets second up by Rafters to take the fight, but Levius beats him to the punch and through the smoke, apparently. Levius deals with John.
You should run.
Numbers are even now, and both teams go for these lockdowns simultaneously. A Venn diagram of disaster in the middle as Zelsus waits on them to come on out and give them a fight. Just some trades here. Shots through the one-way, most likely. Favor Bilibili, and there's John.
Oh my god.
Nonchalant is YZ.
I'm liking this round from Bilibili right now with YZ fighting this middle area of the map. The rest of the team making a lot of noise B main, and then I believe they run away out of B main to try and audio cue a pivot. Is Nary going to catch YZ here? He's trapped between two players.
Caught an audible. YZ now reveals himself. Narrate's got the timing. Finally, the thorn in the side for Sen has been extracted. But back. This time a little bit more patient. Levy is in position for a wrap. Sen surely. Oh, they've got a turret watching the timing, but it doesn't seem to matter because they're fighting over the B. It's favoring this Chinese squad. It is Russia dominating yellow again and again. This location, but the turret's been extracted from that area. Levy's pulled it out. There's Neff. Doesn't quite have a sharp enough peek around the corner. Now, got to be joining the team now.
Okay, Kano wants to get in a cheeky position to even things up, but he's triple swung. Senna's so prepared for that. Probably expecting YZ to be up there, to be frank, but they'll be happy to get that kill regardless.
Through the high tide, expect multi-swings on YZ. He's got to get out. Cloudburst away with the paranoia and effect. Roshia, though, again, surely not. He backs up. Takes John QT out of the game and then falls back to a more safe position. He gets a second. How is he getting away with this? Levius and YZ now have to fight for this in a short-handed situation. He's on the spike location and in the middle of the dark cover. He dispatches Narrate. Now, though, overwhelmed. Zekin and Zelsus to the rescue. Levius sees one of them, but he can't stop Zelsus. A great round from Zelsus, getting that mid-control, converting into a very important fourth round for Sen. Deja vu by their last game. With the pistol now, already early push up from Bilibili here. YZ, unsurprisingly at the front, and Zekin is waiting.
Nice little classic right click to open things up for Sen on a much-needed pistol round. Now taking their time. Zekin's going to wait for the rest of the team to be able to group up so they can take B main together. Neff just hoping to get one kill and then escape, and he does exactly that. Just watching for Bell Recon going to go through today. Attempt to swing onto pressure coming both sides of the map.
And, well, gets swung on. K9's the one that precipitates that action. He is very exposed in that spot. Here's Rushia. He also pretty exposed and on his own.
Fellas, we're getting a little bit too silly with these peaks right now. Sen are exploiting that overextension and aggression from the defenders. Now Levius wants to get in a decent position. He's go for the one. I love the way he's playing this deployment. It's sick.
That is raw sauce. And there is Neff to come to the rescue. Something going. No force here though in the anti-eco. There's pistols and Neff says, well, don't mind if I do.
He loves just pushing up, getting one and leaving. He gets away with it again. But of course this is just Sen on all classics. Pretty standard way to take yellow there. We're going to probably see that a couple more times in this half where you have Zekin teleport across, basically pseudo-jet, while that flash comes through from John.
Neff trying to see what he can find. YZ, front center, delivers. Zekin flattened Russia. Pick it up where he left off. And he'll have himself a defuse here because, of course, we love Reckoning. Great ability.
I've got to say, the anti-ecos from Bilibili this game.
Sensei, right, we'll wait this one out. In the middle of the dark cover is YZ, hovering over them like a spectre. Holding onto it as well, it's Narrate and taken out, and he just drops back. Be effective from this position outside of just radioing back some of this information.
Look at that second, puts a dark cover on the turret so he can get by undetected.
Levius is taken down, here's second, playing from yellow. Knight has to step up here. Santa got 3 guns in the game still. K-Knight needs to find a way to extract them. Maybe take Bang first. That is a big ass, and Zelsus finally activates.
He's in the action.
forced on her way.
Love to just stand up there, activate the dash, go for an early fight. Oh my god, again, Neff, speaking of early fights, just wants to keep trying to get these tight angle picks in main and then fall away. That time, punished hard for it.
This is something we've seen SEN do already this tournament. On the attack side, punish these individual wide swings, risky plays from their opponents, and there's Zelsis. Sometimes the best late plans go to waste. That one, though, at least results in a 1-for-1.
Really trying to delay with these mollies, and in fact, if time gets low enough, they might want to use this Reckoning if they can stop the Wingman.
They didn't. Wingman gets the plant down, and John and Bang get to work. Oh, buddy, blink and you miss it. Bilibili a little bit cognizant of that. Strong wind will blow him over.
Try and take this mid-cross, which is going to be, oh my god, okay!
We just said it! Not the kind of caster curse I'm sure Wisey would have liked. No armor very simply has to call a cancel on that. Narrates in the side, here comes a Viper's Pit now from Sentinels to shore things up. K-Knight swings out, John, man, he's been solid. Finds his one. Rushi, though, has been very, very dangerous in situations not unlike this one. Zelsis knew this was coming. The turret got broken about 10-15 seconds ago, and he knew Narrates. Okay. Gets in there and interrupts Rushia. And now Levius credited with that first kill of the round on Zekin. This is just too much to expect from him. And Narrate steps up to clean him out. Oh, the timing looks pretty good. Here's nobody. Okay, just one affected by that 0-point. In comes Sentinel trying to make this hit, but Bang is taken down. Wisey eviscerates him now as K-Knight tries to crouch and spray. It's no good.
Long range Dead Frenzy, not going to do a whole lot. I mean, I like John using Null Command to turn those knives off, but he's just hungry for more. Trade it out.
Still, Wisey is in that flanking position. Sen know there might be a little bit of a clock, and the knives are back out and ready to go, but Narrate getting into the game now. What a time to do it. Levius again, the last player standing. There's a lot to deal with. The turret claims him. Oh, you hate to see it.
No one should be able to convert on that. He's way too far back.
I think they're going to try and fight this anyway.
Wisey for it.
He's recovered. Yeah, ships in the night. They pass through the dark cover on either side of each other. Zekin has gotten deep, but Wisey has a chance to pop out here, and Zelsis is not ready for it. There's a gap in the net. Zekin, though, himself is the cat amongst the pigeons. Tries to get away. The Reckoning deployed, and BLG able to catch him out. Deny Sen that his contemporaries did in this situation earlier this map.
30 seconds left.
Paranoia comes in, Wisey unaffected, though, is going to be tucked here by the box, but Zekin knows where to dig him out. But here come the reinforcements.
The spike is so far forward.
It is out in the open. Zekin has to help John retrieve, and they're going to come forward. Playing from Crow's Nest now, it's Zekin in a 1 versus 3. And Roshi is too quick for him. 3 for the Harbor. Zelsis is about to walk into a trap, and K-Knight from the rafters hangs. It doesn't matter. What a win for Zelsis. Now it's a step forward for Sentinels, but much more to be done. Look at this rotate getting pulled over.
It's convinced them that they have to go back to this A-site center, fully cut noise after getting space back yellow on B. Zelsis caught, so things are evened up with the Bilibili to get back in. They do have a cove maybe to get a safe defuse. They're hoping to use it there. Yep, it's going to be activated.
Paranoia throwing out Zekin, just a little too slow to the punch. Narrate tucked in the corner, he knows he's going to be overwhelmed, and Wisey wants to push up into the rest of the defenders. The high tide comes down, and so does the curtain on this first map for Sentinels.
I see K-Knight, they know what it takes to get to that position in the bracket to make it to those playoffs. Neff catches a beautiful timing while the rest of the players swing from mid for the distraction. Lovely.
He was waiting for that. He knew, of course, there'd be contact taken by his top mid teammates.
Even a dink onto Zelsis, 13 HP. Backboba doubling up with John, who has a full kit, but no players to actually use it with.
Shock dart, that's dangerous. Definitely threatening to someone like Zelsis. Now, gonna swing out there, taken down. K-Knight is quite low as his Levius. We're in a post plant though, so Sen just have to throw themselves at this, and Wisey will wait for them. Relay bolt to pave the way, and then he slides. Easy as you like. Forget about buying a Val. Consent.
Spike planted.
Want to go off this Paranoia. Zekin running in.
Rushia though, ready to receive him. Zekin just cut down before he can really land any sort of damage. And that's just going to push this. Says, oh, well, let's just see what's on the other side of tomorrow. K-Knight will see John. He'll be low. Easy as you like. Pretty cheap.
They're right into mid. And all of a sudden, there's so much pressure on Zelsis. Oh, Borussia caught on the teleport. What a snap from John!
Tidy stuff.
Flawless.
And so the round ends as quickly as it began. All of BLG are going to be here. Does Zekken have a way of getting out scot-free? He wants to hang around, lingers for one, relay bolting once more, but Rushia's got the other side covered. He's fortunate to get out. Fast lane deployed. Zekken's out of dodge, but Bilibili want to keep the pressure on, boy. He just doubles back and says, you know, I think I'll take some more. And there's John, up to 8 kills for those keeping track. And Rushia, cowering in the smoke. Spike loose and in front of main. He's tucked on the corner now, at least in the position to punish John, so he does. Narrate, though, will put him to bed. He's playing in the side here.
They use these multiple, reconnaissance, initiator, utility pieces to get really close to B main. Second, 2 shots to...
Oh, not sorry, Knight got off the last second again. Okay, we have a plan. Second thinking about it, but that's awkward as the curtain drops. Celsius had his 6. Backing him up as Rushia and Knight caught out in the open. Levius now at risk of being turned into Swiss cheese. Realizes he may as well wait to this bulldog to see what can be extracted. The answer is absolutely stone, nothing. Flawless rap.
B main on split versus Wolves, where he was playing equally as aggressive, but now he's just absorbing that. All right, well, that's a nice way to start the round for YZ. Right angle, so as far as SEN know, Bilibili could be postured all the way up towards A right now. Second, and Celsius able to collect 2 in this mid-fight.
That's really taken off the pressure after things went a little bit awry early, but Levius has gotten deep here. Trapwire cleared, camera also out of the picture. He realizes there might be multiple guns waiting for him in Boba, and here comes the rolling thunder. Sen, watch the sight right behind him. Zekken's there with the ult.
They certainly should expect that YZ could be postured in spawn right now. Rushia caught with the utility in hand.
Slipped past YZ, he just wasn't ready for that. Rushia had no advance notice whatsoever. Fast lane thrown up here, paranoia in effect, and YZ's going to wrap around, try and play from alley. Here with a fault line. Sen know where he's coming from no matter what, and Bang will simply try and defuse. John QT brought to heal, but YZ couldn't do much more. Zekken says, hey, Gabagool, welcome to Jersey, baby.
Listen up.
That was well done from Sen. They are forced into this round. Rifles and Guardians. YZ going fast, and what a kill on the Bang.
Oh, I'm going to be punished. Bang not in a position. And here comes that null command now. Sen starting to scramble on the side, and YZ will run them down. Narrate can barely tuck behind boxes, and YZ comes calling. Makes short work of him.
Oh, you know he's going to go for more. He is not slowing down.
I mean, why not?
Almost out.
Why not? Sen here hopes to maybe play into this double up, but Rushia there is watching. Sat behind. Make these retakes work with the breach. How's the timing looking for Bang? Less than ideal.
Oh, no.
Players caught with slappers only. They're trying to overwhelm him. Rushia on the side, sees thrown out. Here's YZ, and there he goes.
Oh, just too many players.
Sen playing around him. Really needed to overload him player-wise to win that out. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, though, from elbow. But Zekken's got near to the side. Knight, he's got to be under some pressure. Napier sat on the other side of the dark cover. Will spam if he needs to, but does he know when the rate is? There's the spray. Gets it to half. That ought to be enough. Shock dart comes in. Too little, too late. K-Knight unable to avert the round win.
They get the spike down. Keep it rolling. More attempts.
A slower stance over towards A, and it teases Bang out right into the line of fire.
But he's going to get it out the way.
Does he know John's there as well? It's actually 2 plays in percent. Oh, that is dirty. Zelsus, though, on the side. Large and in charge. Deals with the Neon. John went down, but Narrate's still alive there over towards the alley side. But Rushia dinked early in the round at 10 health. Is still able to cause some problems, making waves. And it's on the Vibes Merchant himself. Celsius knows 3 players are looking for him. Levius will be the one credited with the elim. Wait a minute. Testing market very early. Relay bolt forces Zekken out into the open, and there's a hit coming from B-Main at the same time. Zekken caught in the open.
Caught on the jump up, he had to retreat. He was stunned up. Teleport in now from Rushia deep into the site.
Celsius now not quite aware of what's waiting for him on the other side of this dark cover. Has to pick his spot to perfection. Pings his own location. Neff, though, finds him. Can't see a damn thing, but still knows how to hit that M1 for the boys. And there's a triple swing. Sen have the players lined up. Neff and K-Knight fall by the wayside, and Narrate's gotten into Boba.
What awareness.
That's why he's out of the picture. Now becomes a bit more uncomfortable. BLG, loose footing here on this anti-retake attempt, but gonna try and sneak Rushia around. Does he have the look on Narrate? So aware Narrate was been, but not ready for that. Bang. Percent on both sides, tries to break half of the pincer, but doesn't know where to look.
Oh, that post plant is just so well. He's been having a tough time with those early fights that Bilibili have been happy to take. Double face down mid, K-Knight caught complete.
I'm pretty sure he hears Levius there and he even sees him. Doesn't want to commit. Here's that null command now to supplement this hit to the A side. With the spike already down. Levius just doubles back and knew Zelsis was there, deals with him.
I love this null command. I mean, Sen, they're obviously going to play this for full retake with the man advantage that they had, but it's just going to give so much delay. It's going to reduce the clock by such a significant extent. Here comes the util. Now the retake can come in.
Decken gets into the side immediately across the Sneffel with the Stingers able to fight him up close, but Wisey looking for the Neon. Gets out on the side. It's 2 with the Stinger for second. Now BLG down to just Levius, and he can't see this tap on the spike. Flash there for John to set up a 3rd kill. Sentinels, with the patience of ages, wait the null command out and have that retake util with Zekin. Then pulls off. No double stack top mid this round for Sen because John is helping it A early.
Oh, on a rare round where Zekin gets incredible.
Give another option for Bilibili. John is biding his time. He's got just the answer for this. And here's Bilibili, maladroitly touching down. Bang got dealt with. Rushia's in a bit of a nasty spot, but Celsius just clears him out. Wisey slides back into action now. And there's some presence here from Ali. John's going to get pressured. Flash himself on the angle. Wisey tries to turn it. No swing just yet. Takes 2, tries it again. This time, Sen have the answer. Down to 13. Dangerous now. Bilibili are not going to let Sen mill around mid. They're going to dig them out if they just linger. And they have.
That entire time, Zelsis was getting space over towards a fault line. He wants to swing off. There's so many players to face, but he does even things up, not without taking a lot of damage. Shot throw could be lethal this time. No. Goes wide.
Zekin and Zelsis both low. But still in the game. Nice little paranoia there. Flash util also disrupting BLG as they try and set up from Link. They're going to push the site now. Through the smoke. Bang, tucked in the corner. Everybody comes to him, served up on the silver. And a double swing potentially set up for BLG. We're going to work.
Trade it.
Oh,
okay. That's on the slide.
Yeah, K-Knight being dealt with on the other side is a problem, but BLG have mostly stacked this site. Delasess, spray is good. Wisey can't defeat the crosshair placement. And he'll take his ult orb as well, by the looks of things. So we'll back away here. Secure that crucial 9th round and get going on the second half.
I am genuine.
Information and look to punish them as a result.
This drone could be dangerous. It's broken. Narrate on the swing wins the duel with the Stinger.
And now the neural theft, that's just what they were looking for. Zekin's 2 kills in the previous round plus ult or pickup gives them this very important ultimate in a situation like this. And they know A is a short-handed site. They know Wisey is lingering close to top mid. But do they know that he's
30
this
seconds
close?
Left.
Oh, the timing. You can't manufacture that. Narrate's able to respond. That's the 2nd kill for his Stinger in this round. This bonus from Sen so far has been smooth sailing.
You just can't help but want to go for more. Rushia's going to get forced a little bit out in the open here. Time is getting so low, but he is shot down. 1 versus 1.
That kill, that's the one that might break the back of BLG in this round, in this map even. Looks like a fault line connected onto K-Knight in Link. So send our knowers.
Last player.
Yeah, they deal with him. What a clean round this has been, and then an opportunity to recover.
Yes. And
he will
that. And gets the rifle on top of it. Not really going.
Also just blew up his spot.
Oh, and now they know he's tucked in the corner. He has the paranoia. He's stuck. He's cooked. He's cooked.
Caught out by the util.
So they want to go even further. They're getting into that backside, trying to post up. Second at a deep position. Levius still there, and he is caught.
Little wayward. That one is nice. Neff drops down. That's a Zekin understands his projectile motion pretty well. So this round, like the alphabet, will end with X. YZ trying to come out with a couple cute swings, but will be put out by brought way back then.
Rushia is holding a devious angle on main. Oh my god.
They know BLG are on the precipice here. They just need to give them a little push. Neff flashes himself out. Fault line was going to come from anyway. And YZ tries to swing off it. The fault line caught Neon. And now BLG down to 3. Guardian in half for Rushi has got to stand his ground now. Found the Prowler, and all of a sudden, center out of dodge. They're leaving.
There are 15 seconds left. John is taking the spike all the way through spawn. Can he get?
So much.
Oh, okay. Rushi sees this. He knows they're going to get ahead of this.
One.
Oh my god, this timing is
just
Bro, I
Just-
all right. I mean, sure, that was
0.33
that is
seconds
crazy.
remaining. That is the tightest clearance that you could ask for, and BLG, again it's Levius, just in dismay, has to drag himself onto the site and face the music. The Sentinels, it's a cacophony of cheers.
I can't believe he knew that timing. That's going to make them so dangerous. They've replaced Fracture, which they didn't like, with one of their home maps. John opening things up already.
The play off of it, and now SEN, simmer. As things start to come to a boil, a swing of this smoke now. See Zek can break the crosshair placement and deal with Levius. SEN had the numbers overwhelming that sole defender of the site. And YZ, all-star YZ, has to salvage. That's a good start. Rushia down, no big damage done. And YZ eventually will be dealt with. Electrifying play from Zek in a four-piece to secure the on Sunset, not by any stretch. All right, here Prowler on the corner. Zekin plays off of it stunningly. That's Knight down. Sees to follow up with the nade. Already, though, BLG have pulled the plug on that big foray into tree, though Nev is unsupported.
Just praying to find some kind of timing through door, but that is being watched by not just one player, two. This shear is about to be activated. Double push past it. They want to fight these players. Nade is going to do some damage. Swing out from Levius. Can they
spike
this?
down
Oh, YZ just headbutts that bullet. Narrate's handing out 3 haircuts. And Zekin's inching forward. Here comes a hit. Razorvine comes out, going to be avoided by YZ. Extreme low. YZ! It's not a molly, but close enough. John down though. Rush is having to deal with him with that classic, and Levius has got some sharp shooting here. What is this? Dominating! What is Sentinels on that B side? Utter pandemonium. And Zelsa's here, of course, is a beat behind the action. Rushia makes the turn, sees him come.
And even at that, he gets the dig onto him, double face. Zelsis, there's no hope.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. What? Everything's made up. The points don't matter. What? It's a master. Vine's going to slow him up. Rushia, though, not so fettered. He's able to push ahead. Make short work here of Sentinels into the grind. They've become mulch here on Lotus. It's really easy to spot.
It feels like, you know, throughout this series, maybe, I guess, save for Sunset, Vidor right now, things could get awkward. Sen can dump so much utility on them right now.
They're doing Rushia near side and Zek with one paltry point of health is able to get his, and Narrate found double. Levius is squeezed up on the side. Rushia is still there, trying to crouch, trying to hide away, trying to live. Instead of having none of it. Bouncing back into pole position.
Onto Rushia, he has to teleport to safety.
Took some damage off that though, didn't he? Just a lick though. Zekin is able to get back. YZ dealt with. Bang.
Nice and slow. And go for the retake when they need to.
Zekin sees this coming. K9 attempts a wide swing, but Zekin looking comfortable. Strips Neff down to 16 health. Levius has already earned that steel garden. That spike is dropped just outside of Baby Door. It's going to be a very difficult recovery mission.
This round looks like
one enemy
destined to come to a slow crumble for BLG, who will have some of that defensive utility waiting out the cloud. They're going to have to burst in. Ultimate from YZ. Selson is out in the open, and he's caught. Traded, though.
Slowed Sentinels down. Not confident, of course, without their primaries to push him, but Zekin doesn't need it. Oh, that's awkward. He'll take Rushia with him at the very least. Odds are evened. John steps up. 2 players here out of Waterfall for Sentinels, and they see the shoulder of Knight. The double high-low stack, though, is tough for them to break. John knows Neff is around the corner and he doesn't have the health to withstand an engagement. Bilibili
Him at bay temporarily. This certainly implies that Bilibili want to maybe slow down the game. I mean, Second is just caught spamming through with a stinger. At least bang there for the trade. Back rubble.
Mark, though, has to get out. Here. And for Sen, happy enough with a result like that. Zelsis has his own steel guard now. Could be pretty effective here. Push comes to shove at the big side of TP4 from Rushia. Already gets himself there. Zelsis waits. Spike loose. Oh, that's a desperate scenario here for BLG, but why is he popping himself up? What an upshot. Narrate peers on him, but Levius is able to find the trade. And again, it is down to John.
Time has dwindled so much due to this heaven rotate.
John's not going to see much here. He has a snake bite, and Rushi just opted for a timing. He knew
to use that steel garden. That could be enough to win them the round. They have full A control, and with all of that noise being made, easy call for Bilibili to get this free beast.
Stingers, Sheriffs, and this singular Bulldog. Line up for Zekin. Comfortable double swing that outwits him.
We'll say that Bilibili would love to hang on to these guns. They still have a couple players at really low cash. Oof.
Okay.
Nice snap from K-Knight. Finally able to get on the board in this round.
Taking stock of things, though. This is definitely an inflection point in the first half, round 9. See, Sentinels finally get some rifles under their belts, but there's that operator punishing these.
During positions now that they're doubled up. They have the read on the situation. Obviously, Bilibili making a lot of noise. They want to execute. Sen are getting over here. Narrate. No one to trade onto him. Finds the advantage for Sen.
And that was all before a Nightfall came down. Sentinels take the risk of being susceptible to that in order to have a player posted forward to get an easy
Push with the op in the waterfall.
Has he heard this? No, there's a player
way.
making noise behind him.
No way!
Okay, rewarded and not punished as 2 players from Sentinels quickly. It's unclear if we got any information about where Wisey is set up. Okay, the Nightfall, but later leaving from Bilibili. Look at how decayed they are! It's easy!
Player standing.
Able to spray 2 of them down. Narrate has to challenge Wisey here. Blast pack to try and disrupt. Shorty in hand, he knows exactly where his assailant would come from, and Wisey drops Narrate like a sack.
Narrate wants to get back sight again, assist John when the pressure is coming in, when he's blinded up by the paranoia.
It expires quickly enough that Wisey's brought down by Narrate. He's watching it from that high ground. John gets... Sick round from Narrate. Wyatt, he was the standout for Sentinels in their last game. Won't be able to do more than 3 here, but should be enough. Okay, all of a sudden, John brought down. Viper's Peak going to be deployed by Neff, but he still needs to plant Steel Garden. But he has a shorty inside the pit. Not the worst scenario for him. And he'll wait this out, maybe look for a timing to swing out of the wall, and he's found bang! Zelsis!
Oh my god! Free to Sen try and actually pull back in here. They have a few players near it, but wow, look at this pivot from Bilibili to have to go through the thorns. Bay wants to swing off of it. Trades coming through, but now the site is taken. Spike should be able to be planted, but Sen have other ideas.
Now Wisey decayed very, very low. Sentinels though don't really follow up on the Nightfall instantly. Simply choose to get in position.
Yeah, cut off by some of those mollies, the thorns on the ground. Nate going to do some damage tonight, and it actually nets the kill.
Decker now with the showstopper, stopped in his tracks. Wisey with an op shot now. He's in the thick of things. In the heart of the maelstrom, Wisey wants to push Alpha with this op. Oh, are you kidding me? Devastating impact from Wisey. Almost an ace for him, but Delsis is able to interfere.
He gets the damage through the wall.
But it is enough.
Wisey now just 1 orb away from getting the showstopper.
Delsis here operates off his own util. That's Levius down. Oh, this boy! He's mad! Zelsis got the dog inside him.
Spike down.
Takes 3 just as BLG.
Distract while everyone else will collapse onto him. They have plenty of options here.
Bangnair's able to deal with him in the end. So all things considered, respectable from Sentinels, but at moments you've noticed them struggle with the tempo and just with some of the individual.
2 players bang, and Zekin could be in real danger. Here it comes.
Like the trap. Roshia though, cut down by Zekin, who didn't think there'd be a follow-up, and Levius is there. This is pretty quick moves though from Sentinels up onto the A side. No upper presence yet for the defenders, and Neff gives as good as he gets.
He'll take 1 for 1 with that low HP.
K-Knight now straight to drop. Here comes that attack side Viper Ball now. It's a little bit annoying. Wisey can't see past it. K-Knight might need to be activated to disrupt a potential plant. So the paint shells had the intended effect.
Some players getting weak.
K-Knight flag! Right-click City!
Last player standing.
And they are both very low, below 60.
30 seconds
Zelsis
left.
with the Sheriff, but K-Knight thought he had him. And he might get something from oh, buddy. Neff, though, doesn't overcommit. Narrate doubles back to the angle and will handle the interloper. Oh. If only just.
The right click almost got him.
Spam here, Zekin says, okay, there's something to be had here, and he's right. 3 kills with the Stinger. Only Levius to survive, only to perish to the blast. And now, we have ourselves an even game.
He knows what the situation is. Wisely, does he try to timing this? He goes through the molly.
Vulnerable enough, he's too easy to bring down, and Sentinels here have gotten exactly what they were looking for. Drawing Bilibili out of the defensive lines. And straight out into the Outlaw in hand to punish a push-up. BLG, do they want this fight again? Zekin's got hands.
He just didn't know while that Viper's wall was up how many players actually crossed in there.
We'll get this at least. Oh my goodness, guy! Eyes in the back of his head. Very timely swing there from Narrate.
Now, that would have been their way into this round, into a realistic retake, but now and after that, it is certainly not the case.
Now just happy to post up here in this seaside. Zekin challenging Waterfall. K-Knight forced off the line and low with a Phantom in hand. He likely doesn't want to wager it. And another flawless round on the horizon here for Sentinels.
We are right back to saving. K-Knight going
Spoke too soon.
Get away, narrate. Just obviously on the hunt. This economy for SEN is out of control.
And so it goes. Sentinels get that magic 9 rounds. And in this next one, a real inflection point. Another gun snapped up at the end of the round.
For BLG, where it's going to feel like they are absolutely down and out. They've committed everything they've got, and it pays off for YZ.
That's exactly what they're looking.
The paranoia, this could get dangerous. They're ready to anchor BLG.
Zekin bounds on in, Rushia down, tries to play it safe, getting over towards the site. But Levis is good for 2. Narrate's going to be stuck here, decayed down. His position known and noted. K-Knight and Levis in no hurry as John can't even get into the site with the spike in hand. An easy cleanup and a great use of the Nightfall there.
Towards Mound, all of Sentinels have taken rubble on the opposite side of the map.
Rushia has to play safe, passive, and it's bang, brought down. A couple steps ahead of the rest of his team, but Narrate at least able to find the trade.
Billy having to go for the full retake. Zekin is posted up so close.
Sees the Prowler now, they know, and they make use of that information to get rid of Zekin, but John is there to find the trade. Nightfall for the attack side now, and Knight doesn't know what's coming. Neck with a wrap from Drop. John finds his 3rd for the round, and YZ's op is not the ideal tool.
Not even very much damage actually done. We are down to 20 seconds right now. Zekin satcheling in, a couple players on defense. Rusha gets the first in the span through. John was just so weak.
And there's not much more to gain from this now. Zelsis heading over towards the seaside, but that shield wall's going to get come up either way, and Neff will be waiting. Narrate steps up, and this is tit-for-tat stuff, round for round. Sen and Billy. Paranoia thrown in. This is awkward. Zekin not affected by it, but the rest of Sentinels are. Now, though, time to burst forward. Wall comes down, and so does YZ. That's the op out of the game. Rushia has to ult from the shadows to TP back to his spawn for safety, and that opens this side of the map up for Sentinels.
Zekin is taking so much space. Rushia wants to get back there, but completely
about that sheer wall at sea, which has been more than a small nuisance for Sen.
And there are still 2 anchors there, out in the open. That has to be traded.
The opening of the door is so big for Bang. He paves the way for a firing line of Sentinels to look at the seaside defenders. Now they've gotten in once again with a 2-player advantage. YZ might have to entry this with a showstopper, but Zekin is waiting for him to make his way out of that B connector. And he's ready for K-Knight as well. Bring me another, he says, and YZ acquiesces. An easy pick-off once more. Got a lot to commit into a round like this, though. Bang has already gotten pretty far forward, and Rushia sees that barrel. The Guardian he maintained from the previous. Shot through the box, he needs to see over this wall and can't quite, so that's tree access now gained by Sentinels. Rushia, though, is ready. Pure stopping power. This time it's a Guardian shot to John QT's cranium. 12 seconds left. Sentinels have to go. Zekin getting sprayed down, but is able to find Rushia. YZ trying to disrupt with the blast back, but gets caught out. Knight deals with Narrate. Zekin and Zelsis back to back for the series.
Steel Garden should be connecting onto both, though. Zelsis on the run. Zekin just has the shorty trying to play back sight, but the showstopper as well. He got that with the spike going down.
Zelsis is going to be jumped on in trees, got nowhere to go. Primaries are available again, and back to back. Zekin and Zelsis put Neff in a solo situation. Signed, sealed, delivered. Sen City are back.